Hey there, observers!
This is Taiwan Observer.
And let's take a look at the news. I'm Vincent, your regular host, and this is...
Lalaine, your special co-host of the day.
First up, let's talk about a free-range poultry farm down in Tainan in Hualien district. This week, 10,820 of their birds had to be culled, as they had been found to have H5N2 avian influenza. So far this year, 63 farms have been affected by the avian influenza and more than 473,000 birds have had to be culled.
Let's go from birds to balloons. This year's Hot Air Balloon Festival in Pingtung opens from June 30 up to August 14. It features 39 different balloons from around the world, including Rio's Christ the Redeemer, the Minions from Despicable Me, the hot air balloon from Up, and Taiwan's very own Obear. Aside from the hot air balloons, there are also concerts, a light show, and military aircraft on display. Is there a particular balloon that you're especially looking forward to seeing? Let us know in the comment section. Are you looking forward to any balloons, Vincent?
Well, there was once a Yoda balloon. If I wanted to see any balloon, I would like to see the Yoda balloon. Let's talk about foreign residents and public policy. From June, foreign residents will be able to use the National Development Council's Public Policy Participation Network platform. On this platform, residents will be able to give tips and proposals for the government. So now's a great time to get involved in public policy and use this platform to tell the government what you think they need to do better and what they can change. Will you be using this service? Will you be proposing anything to the government? If you are, let us know. Maybe we can help out.
Unfortunately, we also have some sad news. An abandoned newborn baby boy was discovered inside a black bag under a bridge in Hualien by an elderly woman while she was tending to her vegetable garden. The baby still had his umbilical cord and was covered in blood and meconium when they found him. Meconium is essentially the baby's first poop. It's a thick and slimy substance that may potentially block the airway of the baby if it's not removed. There are no CCTVs where the baby was found, so local authorities are still looking for the mother, whom they believe is a local resident of the area. If any of you out there know anything, please call the police. What would you guys do if you found a baby? And what do you think about the people who abandon their babies?
It's always sad to see children in vulnerable situations like that. I hope they find the mother, or I hope that baby gets looked after. Alright, next up, let's talk about the Ministry of Labor doing their annual checks on over 1,400 brokerage firms here in Taiwan. This year, the government will be conducting their review from Monday onwards, and they will be releasing the results on October 31st of this year. So if you want to find out which of the brokerage firms have an A rating, meaning they have a score of 90% or more, then you guys should go and check out the Ministry of Labor's website. They have a list of the best brokerage firms there. The ratings are 90 plus for an A, 70 to 89 for a B, or below 70 for a C. Leave a comment and tell us what do you think about these brokerage firms in Taiwan. Personally, I think the government needs to get rid of this brokerage firm system. It doesn't really help much, and direct hiring is usually better. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments.
In more child-related news, a police station in Pingtung has now opened its doors and welcomed a 4th grader. The student used to wander around the township while she waited for her grandma to get off work. Now that the police took her in, she does her homework with the help of the officers, and sometimes she even eats dinner with them. According to the head of the station, the child, whose parents are absent, is currently being raised by her grandma. The police have reached out to social workers, but until help arrives, their doors will remain open for the child.
It's great to hear that the officers are taking care of this little girl. It's always terrible to see kids who are brought up in unstable situations and left to fend for themselves. Hopefully now the social workers can help her out and she can find something that she can do after school instead of hang out in the police station. So what do you guys think about the police helping out? I think that it's a great thing that they're trying to help a community member in need. Let's move on from children and let's talk about crime.
Stick 'em up!
I don't have any money! I'm broke! Alright guys, now that I've been successfully robbed of the last of my cash, let's talk about the crime headlines of the week. First up, there was a kid in Sunshine who shot himself while he was getting out of a cab. He had a gun in his waistband and it went off when he got out of the cab. Him and his friend ran home and then threw the gun out of the window into a grass field behind their house. They then told the boy's sister to call an ambulance, and when she did, the ambulance showed up, and lo and behold, they called the police about the gunshot wound. who went to the house and found the gun in the field in the back. So, this kid is probably going to jail for possession of a firearm. That's a lesson for you guys. Don't play with firearms, especially not in Taiwan.
Let's talk about sexual harassment. On April 14, a Canadian tourist was arrested for sexually harassing two women on the streets of Taipei. He assaulted a reporter and touched the breasts of a university student. Both women filed a police report. Apple Daily labeled the suspect a Western sausage. What does this mean, Vincent?
I have no idea. I'm genuinely curious to find out. So if you guys know what a Western sausage is, please let us know. We'd love to find out. Other than dumb teens and Western sausages, let's talk about the giant meth lab that was busted. The biggest ever meth lab that was found in Pingtung district in New Taipei City was recently busted. There was 107 kilos of fine product already ready to go down to distributors and be sold on the streets, with a further 142 kilograms of half-finished methamphetamines. They also found 7,000 kilograms of materials that would be used to make more than a ton of meth. So as far as meth labs go, I'm happy to see the biggest one in Taiwan go down. And that's it for the crime headlines. Now give me my money back, Lalaine.
Finders keepers, losers weepers.
Alright guys, if you want to know anything more about any of the stories we spoke about today, you can check our description for links.
And if you want to know what I'm doing with Janice, who was here last week, go to Third Culture Fix on Facebook and Instagram. Links will be in the description.
So join us next time
as we take a look at the news.
Taiwan Observer, out!